Hello. One of the things that I brought out to France with me is this new Art Creations sketchbook. It's about A4 size, which is about 8.5 by 11.5 inches. And I've not used an Art Creations sketchbook, or any sketchbook actually, that's this big. I've got these two smaller sizes that I've used. I love the kind of slightly rough texture and off-white pages of the Art Creation sketchbooks. And because they aren't too expensive, I think it takes some of the stress away from just having fun in them. But I do feel a little bit intimidated starting a new sketchbook this size. So I'm going to do a couple of things today to break it in. One of them is to swatch out my Sennelier Oil Pastels. I did a video on these before when I'd bought my initial ones, but I've since added to those and I haven't got a place where they're all swatched out together. So for the sake of travelling, I've popped 2 rows in this box. And then the rest I put in a Prismacolor tin. So I've got my greens and my blues in here. I need to work out a better system of storing them really. But for that now, that's how they are. I've put them in some kind of order that I like. I never received any of the Sennelier colour charts with the sets that I bought. So I'll just stick with what I like for now. And then the other thing that I wanted to do, I'm a member of the Eden Project in Cornwall, and we get this magazine from them. And in the most recent magazine, there was this illustration by Jessamy Hawke, who I follow on Instagram. And I just ripped out these couple of pages from the magazine and brought them with me because it's the same size as my sketchbook. I thought that would be a nice kind of stress-free way of starting it off just by copying this illustration. So I'll swatch out the oil pastels and then do this. So I'll just show you the first page now that they've all got their names, numbers, and whether they're transparent or opaque. And above the colour, I've annotated what I think is a key feature of the consistency of the oil pastel. I've also found that the opacity or transparency letter each colour's been allocated is very hit and miss and not very consistent really. So there's some that just I don't agree with. So I've marked against those as well. here's the second page of swatched out oil pastels. I have to say the greens I think are a pretty disappointing bunch all in all. There's quite a lot of really kind of soft splodgy ones, and a lot of them are transparent in a not particularly pleasant way. The blues are definitely better. So that's all of my Sennelier oil pastels. I know that they're the softest and the nicest for blending. I just wish that when I used them, I enjoyed them more. I just don't enjoy the packaging on them and the inconsistencies between them. And hopefully having them all swatched out in one place will help me get more familiar with them and remember what to expect before I pick them up. So next up I'm going to paint this picture from Jessamy Hawke that was in the Eden Project magazine. I actually feel really nervous painting something this large. So I think it's good that I'm copying something and can take some of the stress out of it. So here's the painting now that it's finished and mainly dry. It's absolutely great fun to do, and I think I might quite enjoy working with this size paper. Although I had quite heavy paint and water around here, none of it's actually come through. Well, actually, a little bit's come through along the spine. But the paper's held up to that amount of watercolour pretty well. So yeah, that's my large art creations book underway. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks ever so much for watching. Bye!